Are you today? Are you being the best you that you can be? Do you even know what that means? Do you ever struggle with the concept even of what it means to be the best you? Do you say bad things about yourself, feel less than, or even just struggle with knowing what does that even mean? Well, let's talk about that for a little while today. Hi, my name is Steve Kidd. I'm a third generation minister, an international best-selling author of now 21 books, since book 21 is now a bestseller internationally and counting. But more importantly, I work with people to help them write, publish, and market their books to bestseller. Done it thousands of times with a 100% success rate. And those thousands of books have equated to millions of people whose lives have been reached because of the words that those authors I was blessed to help with. But more importantly, what I do is I help you get to your next level, to up level what you're doing in life, to see even beyond what your sight allows you to the next, to be the strong, powerful, amazing, incredible person that you are and show up in the world while it's called today. So let's talk about that. And that is the secret. That is the key is maximizing while it's called today. There are just too many things and too much noise out there, and it keeps us from being able to really truly be the best us that we can be because we put so much pressure on ourselves from words, deeds, actions, and things that we've either seen others do or they've told us they've done, or we've ever even, heard about them doing. And so we struggle sometimes with what does it mean to be the best version of myself? How can I be the best me while it's called today? Well, first of all, you need to have a little germ of idea of who you are. And most of us struggle with that. We really don't. When you begin to truly accept all the different nuances of who you are and what you do in this world, how you show up and how amazing and powerful you are, well, then you can begin to see the germ of what is the real you. What's the thread that connects them? Why do you do that? Why is it important to you that your children clean their room? Why do you show up to work on time or early? Why do you always make sure that it's right at the time that you're supposed to clock out before you leave your workstation? Or conversely, are you that person who, you don't really care if it's 4:59 and you're supposed to leave at 5? You just want to go because there are other things that are more important to you. And that's okay too. Remember, judgment free zone. We're not in any way trying to critique you. We just want you to shine and be the best you. And what it means typically is when we're working a job that we are ready to get out of as soon as we can, it typically means that we're paying our bills. We're not living in our passion. And we've all done that. Okay. So don't feel guilty over the fact that you like to live indoors and eat food. But simply all we need to do is just begin to see the germ of where the passion is. What's that thing that even when you second guess yourself and feel uncomfortable, maybe even speaking, that thing that you can speak so eloquently and articulately about that, your kids, your friends, the people around you roll their eyes because here you go again, talking about that thing because you're passionate about it. It's the heart and soul and core of who you are. And with that, you make a difference in this world, the difference that only you can make. So let's break it down a little further. How do we know what we can do and maximize while it's called today? Well, number one, we need to, as I talked about, know who we are, know yourself. And it's okay to explore around with it. Try this, try that. Find the thing that ignites your passion, that thing that you'll stay up all night and you'll work all day on and still wake up the next morning feeling refreshed versus groggy and tired and worn and exhausted because it feeds your soul rather than just drains who you are. And then number two, it's really about who are you doing that for? What do they need? Who would this serve and how can I help them? And putting yourself in a place of service. Okay, now I'm going to break that down a little further for you because there's over 7 billion people in the world now, and that's overwhelming. If you try to help 7 billion people today, oh my gosh, you'll kill yourself. It'll be overwhelming trying to keep up with all of that. But what if you just helped one? What if you just simply did just the most basic, simple thing that is exactly who you are today for just one person. It could be a smile. It could be telling a crazy, stupid dad joke. I love dad jokes. It could be spending time writing your book. I love working with authors. Or it could be just sitting on the phone with a friend and just saying to them over and over again, I love you. You're worth it. You're worthy. Maybe some days, maybe that one person, and here's going to be a just blow you out of the water. Holy cow. Maybe that one person is you. Maybe what you need today is to drink plenty of liquids, to go to bed early, or stay in bed all day. Maybe you need to refresh your soul and read a book. I'm not talking about, and there are a lot of amazing motivational books out there, and, that's cool too, but maybe you just need to read something that's total escapism. Maybe you need to sit in front of the television and watch TV. And I know some of you just don't watch television, you're just totally against it. And others of you are like, oh, yeah, I love doing that. It's such a great escape. Either way, there's no wrong answer here. Sleep, rest. I know people that it's really relaxing for them to go outside and rake leaves or mow the lawn, to do the dishes. For most of us, that's very exhausting. And the whole thought of looking at our house, we're just like, somebody needs to break in my house and clean it, right? But for others, that's really something great for them. And so maybe that person you need to take care of while it's called today is you. And guess what? That's just as powerful, maybe more so, just as important as anything else you will do. So if we break it down to just one thing that we can do for just that one person, and we can do it just for just this one day while it's called today. It doesn't mean you need to stay up 24 hours in order to make sure you do all that you can do. It means that you look for the opportunity so that heart and soul and core of who you are, you share with that one person, including yourself, today, to make that difference, to make the world just a tiny bit better of a place. There's that big revival that broke out at Asbury College in Wilmore, Kentucky. And I'm being told that they're actually moving it to another location now because they've completely stopped all school happening. And they need to still have school because, school. That's what they do. But it's so cool to see people just having their thing they can do today be to get their heart, their soul right in this world. That's cool too. And maybe that's the thing you need to do. Maybe you need to spend 2 minutes in prayer talking to God. Maybe, and this is going to be one that's going to shock you, maybe you need to holler and scream and yell and curse and swear and throw things, throw yourself on the ground and throw a tantrum. We talked about that the other day, right? And maybe you need to do that. That's okay too. God's big enough to handle that. Maybe you need to go to your favorite restaurant and sit with somebody you really love. Doesn't mean you have to overeat, or maybe it does. I don't know. That's for you to decide. But maybe you just need to look across the table. Maybe they're remote from you. Maybe you can't actually be in their physical location. And all you can do is spend a few minutes looking at their face, praying over them, and wishing only the best for them. Giving them this crazy new version, it's not new, it's the oldest in the book, of love, where you just accept them for exactly who they are, exactly where they are, and send them no demands, no expectations, but just simply, purely your love with nothing in return. They don't have to know about it. They don't have to, send you a thank you note or anything like that. You just simply send them love because they're worth it. What an amazing thing to do today. Imagine if everybody in the whole entire world, all the 7 billion people all got together and they all decided on purpose that they were just going to send love to, like I said, staring at the face, the picture of that person, send love to one person today and let it go all the way around the world. Let it just be. For people who are single like myself and don't necessarily have somebody that is their one right now, maybe you just pick somebody randomly. You go to the store and you give them a big smile. And maybe you greet them with the love in your heart and you say to them but under your breath, as Og Mandino says in The Greatest Salesman in the World, you say to them, I love you. That's enough. That's good. And that's how you can be the best you that you can be while it's called today. Know who you are. Know what you can do today. Know who, including yourself, you can do it for just that one. And do that one thing for somebody. And you know what? I'm going to add one more to this. I did it in a talk I did the other day. After you do that, do something nice for you. Even if it's that you did something nice for you, was the one thing you did, do something nice for you. Reward yourself. Give yourself a personal certification, pat on the back, candy bar, whatever, rewards you. Buy yourself a rose. And just purely and simply celebrate that you did that one thing, that you were the best you could be today. You maximized while it's called today because you are uniquely brilliant. You were created for a purpose, and the world needs you. On behalf of the whole of the universe, let me be the first one to tell you, thank you for being the best you that you can be while it's called today. Thank you for all that you do and all that you will do. Tomorrow will take care of itself when it gets here, and you'll do that tomorrow too. And I appreciate you. Thanks for spending some time with me here today. I hope you're happy, safe, warm, and loved, that you know how wonderfully, incredibly special you are. And then until we're together again the next time, that you have an amazing, powerful, and great week being the best you that you can be while it's called today and living, thriving, and truly free.